So, Jeremy, we have a lot to talk about on the show this week.
We do, yeah.
This is going to be the last episode of the Gamescast for a
It
while.
is, yeah, it is.
It's a sad day.
It's like Campbell's soup. It's a condensed version, too.
Condensed version. It's so sad that Michelle couldn't even be here.
Yeah.
This is the weekly wrap-up. This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight. Then we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up.
Yep.
That's this right here.
Here now.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Every Thursday is PlayStation VR
Theater.
That's technically also this right here. We're doing that here too. And
Same clothes.
same clothes.
Yep.
Not changing the wardrobe. And every Friday.
Yep.
Every
As
today.
viewer. Oh, yeah, it's today.
Every today. As viewer takeover. When we let you, the loyal Gamecats, let you take over the show. As always, my name is Brian Paul, and to my right, your left, the king of all VR kings, it's Jeremy King.
Howdy. Hello.
Yeah. It feels weird. And to my left,
I know.
nobody.
No Michelle Veracchione.
Yeah.
Aw.
So this is a strange week.
It is a strange week.
This is kind of a strange month.
Strange day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Without Parole, we're trying to kind of figure things out a little bit. And what's happening is that, first of all, Michelle's not here because, man, she had one crazy-ass stressful day, right? She's got a super early morning tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And midnight, randomly through the night, wake up with the baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? So she's got a ton on her plate, and it wouldn't be fair to ask her to come film tonight.
Yeah.
But Jeremy and I are leading the charge, and we're filming what could potentially be the last, or at least the last for a while, episode of the Gamescast.
Yep.
Now, if you're not a Patreon supporter, go over to patreon.com/withoutparolegames and give us $1 or more every single month.
Ding.
Just like all these people down here.
Down there.
These are the fluffiest of the fluffy.
So fluffy.
Look at it. We're just combining all the shit
I know.
in one big show. These are our loyal Patreon supporters.
Yep.
So if you give us $1 or more every month, you get to check out all of our Litterbox episodes over there, which is just us in front of a camera talking about some personal life stuff, usually not VR related. And you also get MP3s of all of our shows.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stole the...
No. You did it beautifully, Brian. It was great.
I was like, no, this isn't my thing. Like, this isn't my speech. I don't know how to do this properly.
Inside, I was like, oh, God, thank you.
Right, finally.
I'm so proud of him.
But what happened was everyone down here, the fluffiest, they got this information early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because on my Litterbox episode this week, I told everybody about just how long, how many hours I spend working on this channel every week, which is kind of insane, honestly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, how long the Gamescast takes to edit, and that it doesn't help the channel very much subscriber wise, and even worse than that, people who are unfamiliar with the channel very often unsubscribe when this video pops up.
Yeah.
So we need to find a solution to that. Maybe rework the Gamescast, but we're gonna go on a little hiatus, come back, hopefully after listening to all of your suggestions. What do you like? What do you hate? And how can we make this a better show?
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little break for a month or two and figure all that out.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, yeah.
So for this week, there wasn't a lot of viewer takeover questions.
No, it was a little dry.
I wasn't thrilled with some of the with the theater stuff.
Selections.
Yeah, and there's not, like, honestly not a whole lot of news to talk about. So we figured instead of going out with a whimper, let's go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And pack it all together into one concise episode.
Boom. Yeah.
Right, so here it is. This is all 3 episodes. This is the Midnight Gamescast, all Campbell's soupified.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's gel. You gotta add a little bit of water, or spit on it a little bit. Oh, see.
Yeah, it's
supposed to avoid that shit.
It's just how it's just how we all think. It's how we all talk.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's all right, man. This is where we get to kick back and be ourselves.
Yep.
I never want to do an episode of the Gamescast and tell anyone, man, stop being yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Let's have fun. Like, if this show is gonna succeed at any point, it's going to be because we're being ourselves.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. That said, let's get some housekeeping out of the way.
Housekeeping.
There we go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do not unsubscribe while watching this.
Yes, please don't.
In fact, click that like button. Make sure you let us know that you like this show.
Yeah, or at least like the fact that this is Potentially the very last episode of this.
Right. So if you don't like this show, click like
Click
because
like.
you may not have to see it again.
Right?
Also, head on over to our community on your PlayStation 4 itself. Go click that community tab, search for PSVR without Parole Gamecast, and join the 1,600 strong over there.
Absolutely.
We love commenting on these videos here, but it's so much easier when it's all in one big place.
Yeah.
Say hi to Dr. Doom while you're there, although I did just talk to him. He's on vacation this week.
He is,
So we hope he's enjoying his time away.
Lucky.
I'm jealous.
I know, really.
Take
Vacation.
me with you.
Oh, man.
Man, I wish the Doom family would adopt me.
Right?
It'd be amazing.
Being on vacation stresses me out because it's like, oh my God, I got so much to do back at work, you know, and then you're like, I'm wasting time here, enjoying myself.
I'm wasting time enjoying myself. That's
it's
God, I don't know. I want a vacation.
Yeah.
There's no way I can take one.
No.
So let's jump right into PlayStation VR news. This is the wrap up segment.
Yep.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
Yep. So basically, last week we got it wasn't the greatest week of all time for PlayStation VR releases. We got One Piece Grand Cruise.
Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing.
So I didn't actually play that last week.
Yeah, just watching Michelle play it actually.
I've played it since.
Yeah.
Man, it's just not a lot of fun at all.
It didn't look like it.
No. Like, I think even if you like One Piece, I think you might be disappointed by this. Because in my head, the whole time, I was like, what if this was Death Note related?
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, still, I would be disappointed by the fact that it is so limited as to what it is. For $10, I mean, you shouldn't expect too much, but
still $10 for what that was.
I'd rather it be $30 and be amazing.
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Des says, you're still wasting our time. Also, European territories last week at Animal Force.
Oh yeah,
which was kind of a fun little tower defense game. And then also the Bridge Crew DLC came out, and if you heard me complain that it was $15 last week, I only complained because
I didn't played it yet
because I didn't know that it was going to be $15.
Oh,
it sounded like it was going to be free DLC.
Yeah,
and so I was only complaining because I was like, why the surprise? Why not just tell us immediately?
But is it worth it?
Oh, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, like this is like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Growing up, like the next generation was. So, like, VR to me is already like the holodeck.
The best, right? The next generation crew.
Above and beyond.
Data.
Like, I could kind of do without any of the other series.
Yeah.
Like, any of them. Really? Oh, even the original. Like,
I didn't watch the one with Scott Bakula. What was that?
Enterprise.
Yeah. I heard that was decent, though, right?
So, from what I know about that, is he's kind of a gruff captain.
Okay.
Right? And if you know Scott Bakula, which you do from Quantum Leap.
Oh, my God. One of my top 5 favorite shows of all time.
Same.
Yeah.
He's like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Right? Even in the worst situation,
with
he's
the
like,
hairy chest.
He's like, well, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he is Sam.
Al.
Who's Al?
Yeah.
Sam. Oh my God, I want to go watch from Quantum Leap.
So good.
So good. So definitely worth the $15 if you want to live out your childhood dreams just like me. But this week, holy crap. Okay,
There's so much.
I've got to break the fourth wall. We are filming this on Monday night, so we actually don't know a lot about a lot of games.
Right.
On
the cusp.
Of the
release.
This week, we're finally getting the dual games from Sin Studios.
Yep.
Which is Wraith, the wave shooter.
Yeah.
Horror themed. And also a perfect sniper. Or the perfect sniper.
The perfect sniper.
I got my articles wrong.
Right.
Yeah. So the perfect sniper, both of those look fantastic. I've not gotten my hands on those as of this filming. The Black Hat Cooperative, which is a 2-player co-op game, aptly named.
Yeah.
Also Along Together.
That looks good too.
Looks so good.
It really does.
And To the Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks sick too.
I'm going to talk a little bit about To the Top there, Mike. Should we or shouldn't we?
Sweet.
There's also a Zone of the Enders Mars demo.
Oh yeah, the demo came out.
It's phenomenal. It's actually pretty long.
I didn't play it, but I did download it last night or the night before.
Okay.
I think the night before.
Yeah, you should check it out.
When I downloaded Floor Plan.
Nice.
That I own but haven't played yet.
Floor Plan's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
45 minutes from beginning to end.
Nice.
Blast through that thing. So
sweet.
It's so good. The Zone of the Enders thing made me feel cross-eyed.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. For the first time in VR, I felt like it wasn't calibrated to my eyes properly.
We were wearing the OptiGrab.
I was not wearing anything. The OptiGrab? What the fuck is an OptiGrab?
The Jerk. Steve
Martin?
Yeah, remember? It wasn't the OptiGrab.
I think I saw The Jerk when I was 12. I don't even remember.
He made millions, and then but it started making people cross-eyed when they take the glasses off, and the judge was one. He's like, and so
I don't even remember this.
That's how he went from rags to riches to rags again. But his family actually saved all the money, and they built a bigger version of the shack they lived in.
Which was the Steve Martin film? Because they're all kind of the same. That his nose grew when he lied.
Roxanne.
Wow, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, holy crap, Steve Martin. Where did he go? He became a banjo player, didn't he?
Oh, he always was. He's nasty at it too.
Is he?
Oh, he plays like
Does he tour
festivals and stuff.
He does.
Oh, he'll play with.
Holy
yeah.
crap, that's amazing. It's like, hey, I've got a successful movie comedy career. I'm gonna go play banjo for the rest of my life with my millions of dollars.
He always did, even as in that, like when he was doing his stand up in the '70s and stuff. He plays banjo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Oh, he's great.
Also, super important news. I know that some of you guys weren't huge fans of Pirate Flight. You might be fans of Pirate Flight now. Right before we started filming this, I saw that my Pirate Flight update started.
Oh, for real?
1.01 patch.
What does this patch bring?
Holy crap, dude. It changes the flight mechanics.
Oh, for real?
So you can actually do not barrel rolls, whatever they're really called.
What they were called.
Not aerial rolls. No. What the fuck are they called?
Not aerial.
Stop it.
God damn it.
I'm going to call them barrel rolls, even though I know that's not a
barrel rolls.
Barrel roll. Barrel roll. And also, I think you can like actually do loops and stuff because basically he implemented like real flight mechanics. You can actually control the plane like a plane.
Nice.
And now you can turn the filters completely off.
Oh, for real?
For real. And also, I think the bullets fly further.
Okay.
And the mode that we all played, apparently is now easy mode, and so he bumped the AI difficulty up for the harder mode.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like basically a whole new game. And better than any of that is that for the next 2 weeks, I feel like a fucking infomercial right now. For the next 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks only,
you get 2 of them.
You get actually you technically get almost 3 of them.
Oh shit!
Because cutting the price down to $5.99 for 2 weeks.
Oh, for real?
So like
2 weeks.
2 weeks only. So if you haven't picked this up, you actually now have a shot for super duper cheap.
Sweet.
It didn't take me too long to get through, but now with all these improvements and stuff, I want to go through again, and I want to see how difficult the game is.
I'd love to see how that now is in easy mode because it was easy.
He can't play, the developer, Andreas. He can't play more than like 5 minutes with the FOV filters off.
Oh, for real?
That's so like when he was making it, he's like, you guys are fucking crazy. You don't want these things on, and we were like, we don't want these things on. He's like, here you go.
Yeah,
he
was on top of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this only took what, a month?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And it seems like only a week.
Yeah.
Jeez, a week.
It seems like a week because time doesn't move like time does. No, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Different.
What do you think, Michelle?
I think
is it time to begin the show?
Oh, I was just that's about time to wrap up the wrap up.
Think we should begin the show the way we begin every show?
And how's that, Michelle?
We should begin the show the way we begin every show with a little game of should we or shouldn't we when we put 90 seconds up on the clock.
Clock up on the counter.
Clock up on the counter the way that Jeremy likes it.
Boom! With force.
Shazam. And
Shazam.
It's our time to tell you, the loyal Gamecats, whether you should or should not be playing and or watching the things that we are playing and or watching.
Yeah.
I feel like Michelle never delivers it the way I want her to. Which is why she's not here. Ha.
Yeah.
I finally got rid of her.
He locked the door. She's banging loudly out there.
I miss her already.
I do too.
I really do. Fucking love that girl.
I know.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
All right. 2 things. One will be a video game that you and I played together. Yes, first, I'll give you a quick. I saw Solo, the Star Wars movie there, floating way over there. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. So, all right. So if you can go into this movie and totally not think about how Han Solo actually became and how him and Chewie actually met, if you're not like a diehard expanded universe novel, reader, if you're just like the movies and that's what you know.
Yeah, and barely at that.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, these movies, I've never read beyond that, even though I know about the actual things just from being in GameStop world forever and this type of shit.
All right.
So I know the real origins of a lot of this stuff. And if you can just go into this movie pretending like, I'm going to watch Solo thinking like when you were a kid, what was Han Solo really like when he wasn't in the movies, and picturing that if you just go in thinking that you can have fun watching, a character you love younger and suspend the just forget about the fact that it's not Harrison Ford. It's a fun heist type of a flick. I thought it was pretty decent, It didn't give you answers maybe you really wanted or anything, but it wasn't disappointing unless you really were like, you just got to go into it relaxed and it would be pretty fun. I mean, that's just my thoughts.
So the Star Wars movie is not for the hardcore Star Wars fan.
If you're going to go in looking for answers that you've read about and here's the answers and then you don't see it on the movie, you'll be disappointed. Floating way over there. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
Talk to me about Black Hat Cooperative. On your mark.
Get set.
And go.
Go. So the first perspective playing on the social screen. You're holding the controller. Another player's playing on the VR. So you see just a pretty basic layout of the map with the arrow representing the VR player and where they're facing. And there's different cameras. You got to guide the character around, telling them, like speaking to them verbally, as we did. And then when you enter certain rooms, you can hack the cameras and, like, what is it, blind them,
Freeze them?
freeze, or something else. I forget what it was. Stop. So obviously the different type of enemies in there. Like I encountered those moving type of enemies.
Yeah.
And then the cameras you can hack so you can prevent them from viewing. Anyways, it was pretty stressful. Like as you're sitting there, like, nah, no, hug the corner, walk against this wall, go right, no. You know, it got pretty. It was fun.
It's like keep talking and no one explodes, except you're actually walking someone through kind of a first-person shooter maze.
Yeah.
Without a gun.
And it's like two different versions. Because then when I put the helmet on and I was in VR land, you know, and you were guiding me,
Yeah.
it's like a whole different game. You're like, all right, wait, through this door, you know, and then you're like, all right, and you're like, no, stop, and you're like,
Yeah.
and that moving enemy down that corridor, yeah, I definitely a should we.
It's definitely a should we. It's
Yeah.
$10. I learned very quickly
Absolutely.
that like I actually liked giving directions better than being the one following directions.
You got to tell me to stop. Remember, I'm like, should we try it again?
Yeah.
You know, definitely should we.
Yeah, it's definitely a great game.
Oh, yeah.
And stop. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was surprise. It's kind of a surprise hit of the week.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what the fuck is this? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to watch some gameplay on YouTube from
Yeah.
PC gamers, but on I don't know, it's different.
Really boring if nobody's over at the house with you.
You have to play this with 2 players, like local 2 players. It's a little crazy they didn't implement like online co-op.
Yeah.
But man, if you've got like a wife that hates that you're in VR, or if you've got kids or something and you all want to play this thing together, I think this is kind of the perfect game for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even with the kids, since you know that really not supposed to. I mean, that's your own call, but you're not really supposed to put the VR headset on under 12.
Did you just Mikey Sensei that thing?
No, the bottle I did.
Okay.
And it shook and
It's not the mic. It's not the mic.
no,
It
it's
doesn't
not
count.
the mic. And no.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a should we.
Yeah.
Big time should we. I guess I should go. Right?
You should go.
All right, on your mark, get set, go, man. To the top.
Oh yeah.
To the top was I streamed for a couple hours yesterday, and it's so much fun. You look at this game and you're like, oh, sprint vector, and it's absolutely not sprint vector. Sprint vector, like you literally have to like run, right? It's like the faster you run, the faster you do this thing, the faster everything happens. Like boom, it's like, and it's up. But by the first 3 minutes in, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, holy crap, I just finished one race. I'm sweating from head to toe.
Yeah.
You can totally do this game without sweating.
Okay.
You know, I think it's more about subtle movements. I compare it to like if sprint vector is literally a marathon, then I should turn it off. If sprint vector is a marathon, then to the top is yoga.
Really?
Yeah.
Because from the videos, it looks intense, like a sprint vector.
It is intense. The things you're doing are intense, but I found myself like doing like, you know, subtle motions and doing this and like this and
A little
you know,
smoother.
Oh yeah, because once you find a way to get into a groove
Yeah.
and just move along with, I put my phone away because it vibrated, but I forgot I had a timer going. And the timer's off. Oh no, you at home? Oh no, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
So basically, yeah, because you are like launching yourself up like from platform to platform and like in even like walking as a cat just by clicking the triggers, you know, and
Okay.
aiming where you want to put your like extended hands.
Nice.
But it feels so fluid once you get the controls down.
Okay.
Tons of comfort settings. You can turn all of those off right away, and it feels amazing. It's $20. It's $20.
Yeah.
It's like the best $20 you can spend on PSVR right now. Should we? It's a should we. It's one of my favorite games currently.
Awesome.
I've spent a couple hours with it already, and not even. I mean, it's easily an 8-hour game minimum.
Wow.
And I think I've only done co-op online with one other player, but I think you can do it with 4 other people or 3 other people, so 4 players
Parkour,
total.
like racing.
It's like racing, and it's fun on your own, but to see the other people there, it just gives you more of an incentive. You're like, I
Yeah.
can do this. Get out of here.
Is there a ghost mode where you can go against your best time and see yourself?
Not that I'm aware of, but I haven't dived completely deeply into this yet.
What's the story like?
The story of the game?
Yeah.
Oh, it's A, inconsequential,
Ah.
but B,
Story is such a driving
the
factor.
story. The story is that in the future,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, this is straight from the developer's mouth. In the future, there are no superheroes,
Okay.
which is very similar to the present.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little strange. They're like, in the future, there are no superheroes.
Yeah.
Like
Well, there is none now.
They became extinct somehow.
Yeah.
Right. But so cities are protected by these basically robots.
Okay.
But people are inside the robots.
All right.
It's like some superhuman robot kind of things.
All right.
And so to be able to like traverse the city quickly, they put you through the To the Top training academy, and that's what you're doing in this entire game is going through the academy to find out if you're good enough to be the superhero of the future.
Do you ever encounter situations, or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet. Right now, all it seems like is it all reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog levels from like the 16-bit era.
It looks intense.
It is very intense.
Yeah.
It's awesome when you're running, you see a car drive by, you just grab onto the car. You're like, I'm just gonna like hitch a ride over here, and I'm gonna grab up onto this like ledge over here and climb up to a roof. The next thing you know, you're on top of a crane like way above the city.
Does it give you that feeling?
Surprisingly, you get the feeling that you're going up high as you're climbing.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
But then when you look down, you don't really get that vertigo. You don't get that sickness.
Okay.
And I really think like in the back of my mind the entire time I was like, I bet Des could play this.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to know what he says if there's any motion sickness issues. I'm gonna bet there's not. Also, I haven't tried it with the DualShock 4 yet, only the Move controllers. Very curious to see how that is because I hear you can play the seated, no problem.
Really? Because I would picture using the Move controllers entirely.
The other game I want to talk about real quick is because I spent a ridiculous amount of time with it this week.
Yeah.
Rec Room Battle Royale mode.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's in alpha, right? And they extended it till today, so it's over by the time you're watching this. But I must have played 50 matches. I got my ass kicked every single time. I only killed like 4 people in all 50 matches.
Really?
But man, it's so much fun because you're all together. There's like 16 of you, I think, in this thing flying over the city and or over the campground. And then you jump out and you paraglide down to wherever you want to go.
Okay.
And then you just like search around for like weapons and ammo and health.
Okay.
And you can kind of put guns. You can
holster some shit.
Holster some shit.
Yeah.
And you just try to be real quiet and you sneak around and then you blast the shit out of 12-year-old kids who are trying to team up in a battle royale mode. I'm like, stop trying to team up. It's supposed to be a free for all.
Well, because then they want to stab their friend in the back after for teaming up.
Yeah. So I ran into one kid. He's like, hey, don't shoot. And I was like, why? He's like, you want to be on a team? I was like, fuck, why not? Right?
Oh, you joined?
Oh, I joined him, and then 3 other people joined our team. Right?
Oh my God.
And we were the last 5 people. And so I was like, so what now? And we all just shot the fuck out of each other. I was like, all right, well, we won, but our team consisted of about a third of the group of people playing.
Really?
So it's hard not to win.
Wow.
Yeah, I should be banned for that, technically. I only did it once, I promise. All right, news of the week.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, we got finally the best news ever. The game that everybody asked for, but we never thought we were going to get.
Yeah.
Astrobot Rescue Mission.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
How amazing. Did you play this game on the Playroom?
No, I didn't.
You got to be kidding me. It's free.
Yeah, I didn't play it. Yeah.
The VR Playroom is free. If you don't have it, go download it. And the best mini game in that is Robot Rescue.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, Robot Rescue is like it's a third-person platformer.
Yeah.
And it uses the DualShock controller as kind of like a gadget thing.
Okay.
In game, so you can kind of like shoot ledges and stuff, and like create little tight wires for you to walk on.
Mm-hmm.
Tight wires. What the fuck are they called? High wires.
Oh, now I don't remember.
Tight ropes or high wires. Tight wires.
Tight wires.
I don't fucking know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I need more coffee. Now I'm better. High wires, tight ropes, either one.
Ropes from one end to the other.
And it was one level or something. It was like very short. It was like just or a couple of levels. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But it was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Now we have a 8-hour game. That's just that.
That's insane.
Can't wait for that to come out. No release date, but it looks like it's pretty far along. We also got the announcement of Evasion from Archaeact Games.
I forget what that one is.
Evasion it looks very Farpoint like, and it does use the aim controller if you want to.
Okay.
Any reason to use the aim controller? Sign me up.
Wow. When is no date on that one?
That is 2018, fall 2018.
Okay.
So that's not that far away. Maybe 6 months away.
Go by in the blink of an eye because you know how the summer is.
I just
you hate
want the summer to be over.
Yeah, I love it. I hate when it's over.
Hate the summer.
I hate the fall.
I hate sweating.
Do you?
You like sweating?
I love the heat because it's the summer.
Sometimes you come in here and you're like, Jesus, Brian, it's so hot in here.
I love to complain about it.
But you've never come in here and been like, Brian, it's too cold in here.
Yeah, no. No, I'm one of those miserable people like laying in bed. I'm like, when it's too hot.
Yeah, you're like laying in a pool of your own sweat.
Yeah, I hate it, but I love it. It's like allergies. I don't take any medicine for them. I like complain about them, but I love the fact that I have allergies because spring is here. Things are in bloom, pollen, coming to life. Summer soon, where I can sweat and complain about it.
You're the weirdest person I know.
I know, I can't.
Yeah, all right.
I don't have answers.
Also, So I don't know. You never ended up playing Knockout League?
No.
Okay. Wait, dude, how did you should get it on sale? It's only like $18 right now.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that.
It's like that's almost half price. It's like $30 usually. But it's awesome. What? You're what?
I'm not the biggest boxing fan.
Oh, so the news that Creed is coming.
Yeah. It did look good though. I saw it. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, that looks decent.
See, because Knockout League was fun, but it was such a punch out style game where it's like you learn the patterns and
Juvenile-ish
stuff,
looking.
and but also like it's not a true boxing game.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just like beating the crap out of your opponents. You're like looking for the patterns and trying to be like, okay, left, right, boom. You know.
Yeah.
But Creed looks like an actual solid simulator. I'm like scared to use that word. I'm like, is it a simulator or is it more of an arcade game? I don't know. We're gonna find out because it's coming this year. Very exciting.
Sweet.
So this is PlayStation VR Theater. And we obviously want to give a shout out to B Tribble doing God's work out there. Bobby T. We're just doing a couple trailers this week. We're going to check out a couple of them. And the first one being, this is Titanic VR.
Titanic VR.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Looks like some
2.37 miles under the... It's that far down?
It's pretty far down, man.
That's a long way. I am so deathly afraid of like the ocean and things under me if I'm floating in water.
Did you obviously watched
Unsinkable.
the movie Titanic?
Oh, of course. I saw it in the theater. I think like theater. I think I saw it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I did too. Because I saw it with different people.
Yeah, the same here. That's why. Remember, I think I mentioned I went on a date to this movie, and when the guy let go and then fell and then hit the propeller and started spinning before he splashed in the water, and I laughed. My date said, "You insensitive prick."
So you've always been this way.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a movie.
Right.
I just thought I'll dig my hole deeper.
Yeah. So this is an educational game.
Okay.
Right. This is very. What scared me about this is that it's. I mean, the Chernobyl project.
I did not see it because it looked disappointing.
It was bad. Yeah. No. It was honestly one of my least favorite things in VR ever. And so this, I was like, oh, another educational, blah blah blah. You know.
But is it actual? I mean, I guess I should read it. But is it actual footage, or just recreated?
It's a very accurately recreated interior of the Titanic.
And it's what you find and what you do in this actually what they find or do, or is it like a game?
No, it's from what I can tell, it's very. I checked it out on Steam, and a lot of positive reviews over there, right? And there's like a whole story mode where like I think the story mode is the dive, where you go in, you go 2.4 miles underneath
2.37.
Yeah, and then so you're like checking it out underneath the water, and apparently there's a story mode involved there.
Okay.
Right now it's in early access right now, and I'm assuming this trailer is over, but it's not.
Just about.
It's just about. We're gonna stare at the title screen, and now it's
there
gone.
we go.
So what seems to be the case is that since it's in early access, it's not a complete game.
Yeah.
And after it's actually out, you're going to be able to watch the actual sinking of the Titanic.
Oh, for real?
Right, yeah. So I don't know if you're going to be able to like be on board during it, or if you're going to like witness it from afar, or what the deal is.
Or even like in ghost mode in a multiplayer game where you kind of just could spectator mode.
That'd
be awesome if you could just go around different angles.
All the cabins and watch them fill with water and see the destruction happen. And
well, I don't know if I want.
I don't think we'd want to see like
that
actual people be like.
Because I got to tell you, this is something where, like, I used to be school-wise when I was a kid too, huge into like history. Oh, I fucking loved it.
So something like this actually intrigues you.
Yeah, and it's funny because I didn't really think of that in a way, that this could be used like that. Even though we have those, Omni Theater type of games out there that just are, Omni Theater type of learning things out there. Those don't appeal as much, but this looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it does. The fact that it's like educational, I'm like, that's cool, I guess. And I think that like
if it's accurate, if it's real, like I could totally see myself.
One of the people in the Steam reviews I guess, is a total Titanic buff,
Yeah.
and was like, here are some things that are not technically accurate.
That is not the China pattern found in that room.
Well, see, and that's, I think, that's how they were trying to go like really detailed with this thing,
Yeah.
and he definitely found some inaccuracies. So whether they fix those things before it comes out of early access or not, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what kind of recreation they're going for here. So very interesting. People are saying, raving about this thing, talking about how amazing the graphics are on PC VR at least.
Yeah, it did look pretty nice from the trailer, but the social screen trailers always look great.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
$14.99, so it's not even like super expensive.
Yeah.
You know, so depending on how much story mode there is.
Yeah, how much, you can get out of this. You know,
Right.
is it an hour for $15? That, that's a bit much.
Also, they're also saying that the price could possibly go up when it comes out of early access.
Oh, good.
Because, if you're paying for a complete game, that
Yeah, that's true.
kind of makes sense. And that's kind of it. It's kind of fascinating because I would like to see something like the Chernobyl project that does this kind of thing better.
Yeah.
Right? It seemed like it was all full locomotion and stuff. It seemed like you could walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a lot more interaction. There was something going on, like a lab or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get to clean objects that you find,
Excellent questions.
Excellent
questions. But definitely something I think a lot of us are looking forward to for sure.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the other trailer, Affected the Manor. I don't know, right? Fallen Planet Studios. This is
The Triforce,
Triforce of Power.
right? Did you see that?
I saw something that looked kind of Triforce-like.
Wicked.
Almost satanic-like, however.
That was.
That was definitely on the satanic side. So this is already out on PC and I think mobile.
Dare you enter?
I don't know what the issue is here.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Very dark.
There's a lot of creepy things going on.
Oh, that's not a good sign to draw. Out now.
Right, out now for like Oculus or whatever.
Show us some gameplay then.
Right. Well, I think here's the problem. The problem is they can't really be showing gameplay
Why?
because from all the information I could find, this is not a very long game.
Okay.
Right. This could very well be like 15 minutes.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
they could have given away, quite a.
Don't
big
show
percent.
anything because
That's most of the game.
most of the game,
Really?
even moments of gameplay would be too much to reveal.
Spoiler.
Right. So
Wow.
yeah, and I was actually in touch with these developers recently, being like, is this thing still coming? It was actually announced for PlayStation VR like a year ago.
Yeah.
Right. And they were like, and they responded, they're like, yeah, it is actually still coming. And I was like, oh, excellent. That's
Wow.
good. But I don't know how long this thing is.
Huh.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on scary games in general? I know you haven't finished Resident Evil 7. So I'm curious to know,
I think
is more scary games, is that something you want from PlayStation VR?
it is such a rush, to play the really scary games, like Resident Evil. I think it just gives you such that immersion in that. Just it's a game. If I was playing that on a social screen, I'd have no fear of anybody behind me.
Mm-hmm.
But playing in VR, something being running down the corridor because you're like, oh, something's chasing me. In a game, you can do it, and you're like, oh yeah, and you can kind of turn the camera around in perspective and see you're kind of safe. But in this, I think it's perfect. VR is perfect, so perfect. I'm afraid to play them.
We're getting some very positive reviews on Steam.
That's right.
Although
Even though it's 15 minutes long,
people are saying it's very short, but I haven't gotten any actual times.
I guess the price point will make it.
$7.99.
Oh, that's a little steep. For 15 minutes, if it is that short.
Man, I wish one of these reviews would. Here we go. 20 minutes long.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so for $7.99.
I could finish that, Brian.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But this is not this cannot come to PlayStation VR for $7.99. I don't care if it's the most amazing 20 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's video game true or false.
Yeah.
Right? It cannot be 20 minutes and $8.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be more to it than this. The manor is like one of many affected, from what I can tell, like affected. It has like a lot of different series, like a lot of different scenarios to go through. And so if they brought affected, like boom, 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 like the manor, the graveyard, the bubba, and they brought us 5 20-minute segments for maybe $10 or something. I don't know. Then I could totally see that being a thing. But like VR's been out for too long. We're not desperate for new games. We're not desperate for new titles, new experiences.
It's time for quality.
It's time for quality. And games like To the Top that came out for $20. Remember, $20.
Yep.
It shows that we can get like these really deep, long, awesome, fun games for not too much money.
And the title's coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, Along Together. That tomorrow?
Yeah.
All of these are tomorrow, right?
It's gonna be up by the time these.
Yesterday.
Yep.
For the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everyone already is playing Along Together and To the Top.
Perfect Sniper.
Yeah, and Wraith.
Yeah.
And don't forget Black Hat Co-op.
Yes. Forgot we played it.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game.
So it's quite a few games.
That pretty much does it for another episode of PSVR
Theater.
So make sure you stick with us right now because
here it is.
Here it is.
Yeah.
This is viewer takeover when we let you, the little game cats, let you take over the show. Obviously. Oh hey, we should probably do a viewer takeover introduction.
Oh yeah.
Hey, let's watch one. This is one of the last ones we have in the queue. So
here it is.
Let's check it out.
Excellent.
So Brian's always saying, keep it sexy. Keep it sexy? I don't know. This game looks kind of sexy. What about knights? Knights in armor? They're sexy, right? If I look in the castle, I can kind of see inside the bedroom over there. That's pretty sexy. Chainmail? Chainmail? Is that sexy? As sexy as Viewer Takeover.
That was a fucking awesome Viewer
pretty
Takeover
good.
introduction.
Yeah.
That's actually
quite sexy.
It's his third one.
Yeah, it is.
Down the rabbit hole. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for submitting a Viewer Takeover introduction. Since this is, the last Gamescast we're gonna do.
Gamescast, yes.
For a while. You can keep sending your Viewer Takeover introductions, and that way, like when we come back, we can still do it. So send it to withoutparole@gmail.com. Keep it short, keep it simple.
Sexy.
Yeah. Sexy. Knights in armor. I'm not sure. Not sure how sexy that was, but pretty funny though. I'm very happy with that introduction. So here's the thing.
Yep.
Every week on Viewer Takeover, we like to give shout-outs to the Game Cats who changed their name.
Yes.
Viewers of the channel who changed their YouTube or Google name to something the Game Cat or something related to felines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We've always got some awesome ones. This all started with Beauty and the K, also known as Matt the Game Cat.
Wow.
So we want to give a shout-out to those people this week. This guy changed his name to something the Game Cat.
Yeah, hotcakes.
Which is what I say every week. I'm like, if you change it to something the Game Cat.
Yeah.
So this is Hotcakes. Hotcakes has officially now gotten more shout-outs than anyone else.
Yeah.
He went changed to Hot Cats, and then
it's like monthly.
Yeah.
Didn't he fuck up like 2 months back, so that's why he couldn't last month? Or
No,
something?
that was somebody else.
Was it? Yeah.
I think so. I think. But yeah, something the Game Cat is pretty fucking epic. Gabrielle 004 the Game Cat.
Yeah.
Bing.
Yeah.
Then we got Meow Dow. I think we all know who that is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So it's J Dow, and he actually said he should have changed his name to J Meow.
Oh.
But he couldn't because he tried to, and Google's like, no, sorry, you changed your name too recently. So maybe next month we'll see Meow Dow change his name to J Meow.
Yeah, that's great.
Fucking hilarious no matter what.
Yeah.
And we also have Reese, the Scottish Game Cat.
Nice.
Bing. So thank you guys so much. Like showing your support for the channel is fucking incredible. Thank you.
Yeah.
So much. every week on Viewer Takeover, we like to scour the videos, scour the comments, and basically we just search for hashtag Viewer Takeover. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
FYI, sorry.
I wanted to give a special shout out to Madman in Black.
The Game Cat.
Yeah, very loyal, awesome guy. Thank you very much. You know why I love you.
Oh,
No, but yeah, thank you very much. No, I just so he had some nice things to say, So thank you again.
Madman in Black, obviously one of the huge supporters of our channel,
Yeah.
As well as all those people we saw at the beginning of the show,
Yeah.
Patreon supporters, etc. You guys already know the deal with Patreon. And so if you do change your name to something the Game Cat, not literally something the Game Cat hotcakes, make sure
got you already.
Make sure you put in the comments somewhere hashtag Game Cat so I can see that you've changed your name. It's hard to keep up with all because there's so many of you. So make sure you do that. Also, if you want to submit a question for Viewer Takeover in the comments, write your question with hashtag Viewer Takeover. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
All
Sorry,
right.
I was so distracted by reading that link.
So what we do here is on Viewer Takeover, we scour the videos, we scour the comments, we copy and paste all of our favorite comments into a word processing document that changes all of our periods to question marks.
Yep.
And then we read them that way because we think it's funny. Spoilers. It's not funny.
No.
First, Viewer Takeover question, and we're only going to do a couple of these because, again, we're doing a very
Condensed.
Campbell's soup version of the
Campbell
show.
soup version.
Mako XL wrote on our Thumper PlayStation VR review discussion. Also, by the way, great episode.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun filming that one. Des and I had a lot of fun playing that game. So go check that out if you haven't already. Hashtag Viewer Takeover. He wrote, check out this article. And then he sent a very long link.
Yes.
To summarize what the link says.
Yeah.
Apparently, I want to say Samsung. I could be wrong about
It
this.
says right there on the link.
Does indeed. I didn't read the link. Samsung has created a way for you to forget shows. Remember the thing in Men in Black?
Yeah.
Right. So they've created this hypnosis type thing where you watch this 23-minute hypnosis and you literally forget your favorite TV show.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I kept searching the article to see if it was a joke, and it can't be real.
Is it from The Onion?
It was not from The Onion, but it looked just as unreliable.
Yeah.
Right? Except because it looked like there were advertisements popping up all over the place. I have 17 viruses now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your iPhone,
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's creepy if that does exist.
the IRS knows I cheated on my taxes now. They're all over me. So this. Let's be fair. This can't be real. But if it is real, let's pretend for the sake of the show. If you would try this, what PlayStation VR game would you use it for if it actually worked?
Oh, to forget?
To forget the game and get to do it again like your very first time.
Oh.
Now, I thought about this in two different ways.
Yeah.
First, I really want Fallout 3 Anniversary Edition PSVR to be real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that was a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd rather play Fallout 3 than Fallout 4.
I think I know where you're going with this.
I don't want to remember Fallout 3 proper.
Yeah.
I want to forget the whole game, and when I go into it on PlayStation VR,
Yep.
I want to start fresh.
Yeah.
But also, Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
was the scariest 12 hours of my life.
Easy. Yeah.
And even when I play it now, knowing where the scares are, although I'm playing on Madhouse difficulty now, so things are a little bit
Yeah,
mixed
you're
up.
really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I should have played it 20 times by now, but I wish I could remove the first. I wish I could remove all playthroughs from my memory so that I could experience the fear, just how scary things were going through that.
And the water under the stairs in the very first time with the body.
Everything,
Oh.
every single door was petrifying.
Yeah.
And now that I know what's behind it, I'm like, I just kind of push through, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah. There's nothing in here.
Right.
Yeah.
But man, that the first time through, everything I did was petrifying. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to stand here in this hallway and do nothing. Because this is where I am right now, and I don't even want to open the door ahead of me. I don't want to open that door over there. I don't want to walk down that hallway. I don't want to do anything. Because right now, I think I'm safe.
Yep.
Yeah. And I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of all of my knowledge of the game and start over fresh. This is why I need Resident Evil 8 to exist.
Yeah.
Or even fucking a VR version of Resident Evil 2 remade,
Yeah, really.
Like all new scares or something.
No, that's pretty much, I think, what I would do. Just because out of everything, that game just was, because that was my first demo, was a kitchen demo.
Oh, God.
And that game was just the fear. And then when you get to the basement, to go down to the basement,
yeah,
it's like, I don't know.
No.
I'm not going down there.
Why would I do this?
And you have to. And then when you go down there and there's shit down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like, even now it's scary. But the first time, It just
Yeah, anyone who says they're not scared of Resident Evil 7 is
gives
in
me
VR.
chills.
Is out of their mind. There's something wrong with you, Des. All right, you're up, Asia.
I'm up. Woody the Bluebird viewer takeover. Hashtag viewer takeover.
It's a thing.
There have been rumors that Sony will soon allow players to change their PSN names. If this happens, will you change your PlayStation Network name? If so, what would you change it to? There was a question already there.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks already existing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your current PSN name?
Yeah.
I have rabies.
I have rabies.
I like it.
That I have had since Battlefield 1942. When did that game come out?
That was an early game for PS3, wasn't it?
It was a PC game.
But I was thinking like your PlayStation Network name.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so that was when I played from Battlefield 1942.
Yeah.
I remember just making an account and not knowing what I was doing. I was just running around shooting.
Sure.
So I was like, I have rabies. That was my name. And
You didn't put
then,
any thought into it. You just
No,
like, I have
that was it.
All right.
And then when the PlayStation Network came around, you created your thing.
Yeah.
I was like, well, if I got to go with that because I had that account, online network account, before I had an Xbox account. You know.
And so this was kind of early days of PS3, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Interesting.
I've had that since like day one.
If you were allowed to change your name, would you?
My problem, I'm a creature of habits.
Yeah.
You know?
You
I
forget
can't.
what your new name was?
Yeah. Like my Xbox Live name that I've had for 9 or 10 years now.
Yeah.
I so don't want that name anymore. But I'm like, but it's also my name.
I think we're all curious.
No.
No?
Nah, it's so immature. There's somebody out there I know that'll be like, all right, of course.
No one's terribly surprised that it's
Yeah.
immature, though. So my screen name, my PlayStation Network name is That Would Be Dark.
Yeah.
And for anyone unfamiliar, I'm obsessed with Death Note, right? I've
Not the Netflix show with Willem Dafoe.
not the Netflix movie, but instead the original anime, which is fantastic, really well done, and there's like this little inside joke or whatever, or this.
Oh. Oh.
Right? I was worried we weren't going to get one in.
Surprising at night it's quieter.
A little quieter.
Yeah.
So there's two characters, L in the light, and at one point, this girl, Light's girlfriend, says I can't imagine a world without light, and L, the protagonist here, goes, very solemn voice, very comics. Yes, that would be dark. Like and it like literally made me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And from that moment onward, my name was That Would Be Dark on the PlayStation Network. I had one briefly for a couple months before that, maybe like 5-6 months before that.
Yeah.
Before I really cared about trophies or anything.
Yep.
Right. And so for like 5 or 6 months, I played as something like Drunken Pirate 24/7 or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
It's like Drunken Pirate. I was like, so
Drunken
fucking stupid.
Pirate.
So dumb.
Ah.
I was like a total lush at the time, right? So I was like, I'm gonna identify with alcohol. That's horrible for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And so I didn't mind giving that up because I always hated it as a screen name anyway. But I'd only had it for like 4 or 5 months. So finding That Would Be Dark was great, and then I started using it for all my different screen names. And so, as much as I want everyone to have the ability to change their screen names, because I know how many people out there are stuck with horrible ones.
Yeah.
Like really horrible ones. Like because we're talking about like screen names we created
A long time ago.
12 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people were kids 12 years ago.
Yep.
You know, made some real dumb screen names.
Yeah,
and
that's like my Xbox Live one, you know?
still very curious. It's like the
Put it this way. My cousin, Paulie, and I've had this name for like 9, 10, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Every time I'll get random texts, like just where all of a sudden he'll just text me and laugh because him and his girlfriend will be watching Netflix and blunk is now online.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can never forget it.
No.
Nice. So like even though I don't want to change mine because I identify with it so much, it's
Yeah.
become part of me. Even like the Gamecast, when they see me online, they recognize That Would Be Dark. They're like,
Yeah.
oh hey, you're Brian from Without Parole. I'm like, yeah, it's me.
And I like my PlayStation name. I like that. I have rabies. I don't know.
Right, and it doesn't like, and it's not like That Would Be Dark 17X105.
No, you got the OG one.
Yeah, you too. And
Yeah.
yeah. If it was like I have rabies 111,
Yeah.
119, you'd be like, well,
Like,
maybe
all right,
I'll
other
try to
people
change
had it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yep.
So that pretty much does it for another episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Yeah.
If we didn't make it clear at the beginning, we're going to take a little break. We're going to go away for a little while. We're going to figure out what's working and what's not working with this show.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to get too deep into this. If you don't watch this show on a regular basis, it's usually the three of us, me, Jeremy, and Michelle, and there's a lot of goofing off, and there's a lot of just like shooting the shit and just having fun and talking about random nonsense. And as much fun as that is for us, it's not always a lot of fun
To watch.
There's like about 1,600 of you, which is shocking that like we even have 1,600 people watching on a weekly basis.
Yep.
That like do watch it religiously and that actually enjoy the show, or at least
And the banter.
enjoy the banter.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, new subscribers to the channel very frequently unsubscribe from
The other
the channel.
14,400 subscribers don't watch.
Right, the other
Yeah.
14,000 are not watching the show, and unfortunately, this Gamescast takes me way too long to prepare for, to film, to edit, to render, to upload, to do all of that. It takes like 20 hours a week to take care of that, and unfortunately, it's I can't keep justifying it when we're losing subscribers because of it.
Yeah.
When I'm not always thrilled with the content of the show, and just the amount of time it takes. So, as I mentioned on my litter box episode yesterday or 2 days ago at this point,
Yep.
for the next month or two, we're not sure how long we're going away for. We want
So
to
we figure it out, basically.
right?
Yeah.
We want to come back with a formula that works. We want to come back with a formula that like all 16,000 of you are going to want to watch, right? We want it to be exciting. We want it to be fun. We want it to be interesting. We want it to be informative,
Yep.
right? But we also still want to enjoy filming it.
Yeah.
So whatever we're doing right now isn't really working, but we want all of your feedback. So for the next however long it takes, make sure you comment underneath this video and give us all of your suggestions.
Yeah.
Tell us what works for you, what doesn't work for you. What do you love about the show? What do you hate about the show? Like, we want to hear it all. Like, don't hold back.
Yeah.
Right? Don't be a dick, but don't hold back.
Yeah.
Right? Be
We
nice
are
about it.
people.
Still people.
Yeah, we're humans.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we also didn't want to like say farewell. Like, you know, unfortunately Michelle couldn't be here tonight, but we didn't want to say farewell without going out with a final episode.
Yeah.
So this is it for a while, and man, it's sad, man. Like it hurts right here.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a little weird.
We've done this 114 weeks in a row.
A couple of years now.
Yeah, over 2 years,
Once
every
a week.
single week.
Yeah.
I think only one time we actually missed one.
Yeah. There hasn't been many times at all.
Yeah. So you know, we're dedicated to bringing you awesome content, but we need to know how to make this content specifically more awesome.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it. Like, that's
Yeah.
the truncated version. If you happen to be a Patreon supporter, head over to patreon.com/withoutparolegames and check out like the 16-minute version of that that I kind of put down on the table. It was a hard episode to film, I'll tell you that. It was like a lot of pauses, a lot of me trying not to hashtag Brian cries, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But
it is a thing.
But we do want to express our thanks to each and every one of you who watches this show on a weekly basis. And because the silent majority, I always talk about the vocal minority, but the silent majority that watches this show, I mean, think about the number of people who comment on every episode.
Yeah.
That's not even a small fraction of the number of people that watch this every week.
And it's because it's the same viewers, subscribers that comment, so we've gotten to know them, but there's so many that just watch and don't bother putting their thoughts.
And so this is when we're reaching out to you guys. Like, you know, we know the J Dows and we know the Known Sagaciouses and we know the Joe Monahans and the Dr. Dooms and the JD Max. We know all of you guys. If you've ever commented on a Gamescast episode before, we know you, and we kind of know what you think already.
Yeah.
Right. But now it's time for us to reach further out there, you know, into the extended group of Gamecats, the silent majority, who watch, enjoy, but then never comment. We need to hear from all of you guys about what's working and what's not, so that we can bring this thing back and make it as good as possible.
Yep.
I almost cried. All right, you guys, for another episode of the Midnight Gamescast, I'm Brian Paul. This is how we do it on the other show.
Oh, and what do I say? I'm Jeremy King.
That's what you do.
All right.
Yeah, and we'll see you eventually. Check 1, check 2. Now it's your turn.
I was expecting you to be like, give me a good check. Who's a good check?
Who's a good
You're like,
checker?
who's a good checker? Check, 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 check.
Look at you. You're a good checker.
Are these? Am I a good checker?
No, not really. No one's a good checker.
Remember Chubby Checker doing the twist when we got like that was in like the late 80s, right? That song, early 90s. The revitalization of it
Let's
with
twist again.
Let's twist again.
Let's
Yeah.
twist again. Hey, Chubby Checker, are you aware that you're using the exact same
Same
song?
tune.
Exact same song, just changing the lyrics.
Yeah.
You kind of Weird Al Yankovic your own song.
Yeah, he did it, and it succeeded.
Totally.
Yeah.
People twisted again.
Again, they're still doing it. You know.
That's insane.
Is he dead?